Hi. Hi, I'm Will. Hi, my name is Will. I am 11 years old. I was born with a condition called hypoplastic left heart syndrome, which means I've only got half a heart. I've had 4 major operations since I was born, which included having a pacemaker fitted.
Up to 600 children each year are diagnosed with a single ventricle heart condition, which means they have half a heart. All these children require multiple operations in the first few years of their lives to enable them to survive. Little Hearts Matter supports these children and their families through all aspects of their lives, as well as providing bereavement support for those who do not survive. Will and his family have been supported by Little Hearts Matter.
Found out about Will's heart condition probably a couple of days after Will was born. The paediatrician at the hospital that Will was born picked up an abnormality in Will's heart rhythm.
They then transferred us to Birmingham Children's Hospital, where he had extensive tests. The condition that Will has is called hypoplastic left heart syndrome, which basically means that the one side of the heart is underdeveloped, so it doesn't function how it should.
Mr. Bill Braun, consultant paediatric cardiac surgeon at Birmingham Children's Hospital, has been operating on children with single ventricle heart conditions for over 20 years. He is one of the leading surgeons in the country performing these complex procedures.
There are different types of single ventricle, and some procedures are more complicated for that individual patient than others. But in general, what we try to do is to connect the single ventricle to the body circulation, so the blood is pumped around the body, and then usually restrict the blood flow to the lungs so that the lungs aren't damaged, either with a plastic tube or with a restricting little band around the artery to the lungs. And then, having got them through that period of after the birth for the first few months, the second stage is where we connect the vein from the upper half of the body directly into the lungs. And this stabilizes them, allows them to grow a lot more, so that at the third stage, which is the Fontan procedure, or the completion of the Fontan procedure, around about 4 or 5 years of age, before the children go to school, the vein from the lower half of the body, the inferior vena cava, is connected directly to the lungs.
It's difficult to say what sort of problems Will face as he grows into adulthood. We don't really know how he will be able to accept his condition. We obviously don't know whether will deteriorate at all from now into adulthood.
Even though he appears like a normal child, you know, there are days where he just cannot function because he's tired and the concentration levels are not there, and the teachers can become intolerant and lack patience with him.
We can only hope that you know, he accepts it and is able to get on with life in the best way that he can.
Children with single ventricle heart conditions don't have as much energy as their friends, and because of the surgery they have received and the medication prescribed for them, they can injure themselves easily.
Sometimes when I get tired, I find it really hard to stay focused, which gets me into trouble with the teachers sometimes. By Friday, I'm shattered, which means I have to rest over the weekend and not play. But then I have to do my homework in the weekend, which makes me even more tired, and then I'm tired on Monday to go to school, so I get told off more, and then it increases my level of tiredness.
The Little Hearts Matter charity can do a lot for parents. We've been able to experience various opportunities that has allowed us to meet other parents with children like our own. That's been good for us, and it's been great, I'm sure, for other parents to see our child thriving and doing well and having a good quality of life.
The work of the charity is carried out by Susie Hutchinson, Director of Little Hearts Matter.
Little Hearts Matter is a national children's charity that offers information and support to anyone affected by a single ventricle heart condition. That means that they are involved with a child who's been born with only half a heart. Little Hearts Matter has some major new projects for the next couple of years. We are actually trying to provide services for the children themselves. Previously, children didn't live into adulthood with the sort of conditions that we support, but now they do, thanks to a great deal of innovative surgery. They need support and information for themselves. They need that information from early childhood so that as they grow into adults they understand their condition and they've learnt how to deal with some of the restrictions that the diagnosis has. So we've come up with a whole plethora of different things for children, starting with information packs when they're little, colouring books, toys to help them understand hospitals, going through websites where they can actually go and explore their own condition and meet up with new friends across the whole of the world, and also into older adulthood where they're actually being encouraged to meet up with other young adults with condition and explore ways forward for their diagnosis. We also offer them great fun, fact and fun days around the country. Those will be regional. And then we'll also have national activity weekends, initially with their families so that they can all together discover new things, but eventually for the children to actually explore new activities by themselves, gaining a little bit more independence.
And the activity weekends, I had some great fun and Dr. Oliver ripped his trousers.
I think that may have made the difference, boy. I'm not so sure about the boss's trousers, mind.
I can't play rugby, football, hockey, contact sports because I'm on warfarin and I've got a pacemaker, and if I get knocked or bleed, it can be more serious than other people because my blood's thin. And if I get knocked in the pacemaker and if it gets pushed in, that can be a problem as well, which is really annoying because I love football and it's all I wanted to do really is go to a football club, but I can't.
This is Little Hearts Matter's very own football team. It was aptly named the Zipper Club by the children as it refers to the scar that they all have on their chest following surgery. This unique football club allows them to enjoy a sport they would not normally be able to take part in, because each game is run to their ability.
We feel that Will has quite a good quality of life. I do believe that that's down to the fact that we haven't wrapped him up in cotton wool and allowed him to explore and experience normal childhood experiences.
Little Hearts Matter needs to raise about £250,000 every year just to run the basic service. But we have to find a great deal more than that just to do anything different. So we do have to spend a great deal of time seeking money. We're very lucky. We have a membership that actually raise half of what we need every year. They fundraise for us, they encourage people to donate. But we have to seek money in other ways too, and we do have to apply for grants, places like Children in Need and the Lottery, both of whom have actually funded us for different projects in the past. We also currently are working with new partners to try and raise money through business. Tesco's have been extremely helpful in both helping us with our support line service, but also some major projects for the coming years. We're very, very lucky in that we have some celebrities that work with us. Michael Owen and Alan Shearer have both helped us with our Zipper Club football team, and Umbro are currently actually providing a strip for us, specifically for our Zipper Club football team. But this is an ongoing project. We have to look for new opportunities for fundraising all the time.
In 2006, Susie said we might do something big. Fingers crossed it might be playing Man U or something, meeting Man U.
Well, just do that end bit again. Can you do...
Did I say fingers crossed England?
Don't push your luck, mate.
Without fundraising support, Little Hearts Matter would not be able to carry out its vital work. We need over £250,000 each year just to maintain our current services. But Little Hearts Matter is a growing charity because many of these children are now reaching adulthood. This means that we need to raise even more money to meet their changing needs.